Hello again, and welcome back to my second video on Euro Truck Simulator 2 Pro Mods. This is basically going to be a very similar video to the last one, just taking a delivery from here to there. Yeah, let's see what happens today. So if we just go into job market, freight market. Let's try and stay within Iceland again. Where are we? We are in Cranes, I believe that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, Cranes. Let's see if we can stay in Iceland. It looks like we can't. Okay, let me just quickly refresh this if I just go out of that. We'll tote service this. You usually have to do this. It's a little bit annoying, but it's just one of those things, unfortunately. It's usually pretty quick, jumping straight to the nearest garage. No, I could be wrong though, it might just take a minute or so. Nope, looks like it's doing pretty well. So yeah, usually doing this, it will refresh the job database. That way you can get shorter journeys. Failing that, we'll stick as close to Iceland as possible, even if we have to go into the UK somewhere. I might as well repair my truck while I'm here. Call that £5 grand. Not too bad. Okay, let's have a look at the job database again. If there isn't one staying within Iceland, it's not a problem. Let's have a look. Yeah, saying that Reykjavík is right down there. What's the one? Oh, Reykjavík is pretty much where we are, but we haven't unlocked it yet. Oh, yep, yeah, see, there's now 3 pages worth of... Oh, I don't want to go all the way up to Finland. That's a little bit too far. Where's FO? Oh, we could go to the Faroe Islands. I haven't really been there very much. Yeah, that one's not going to work. That one would mean having to travel back to Cranes. Although I'm not actually sure. If I just have a look on, because that one is a little bit short. And seeing that, I am in Reykjavík, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to drive into Reykjavík so I can unlock it. If I just turn the headlights on, make sure that is adjusted correctly. Yep, so they all turn on when I want them, rather than the roof auxiliary and the lower auxiliary. They sometimes will turn off and you have to reset them to come back on, which is a bit annoying, but it's just not that big of a deal really. If I just go onto world map, yeah, I don't know why it's not unlocked Reykjavík, because I'm not really that far away from it. Where's it travelled me from? Arcanes. I believe there probably isn't a garage there, that's why it's taken me to back down to Reykjavík, but that's not a problem. So we shall find the garage in Reykjavík. Has to be the repair garage, or, well, actually it doesn't really, but Right, so if we travel to near this cell plan, that should, in theory, unlock it for me.
Done.
Okay. Yep, handbrake's on. Might as well turn my beacons off as well. There we go.
Turn right. Get ready to turn right.
Not a problem.
Turn right.
We'll probably turn into cell plan, go back onto the job section and see if there's anything that comes up from that way. The entrance, that was probably the entrance to...
We are finished.
Okay, I'm just going to stop here just so I'm not in people's way. Let's drop down a couple of gears. Let's see if the job market has come up with something better this time. Okay, so now if I... Oh, it's still not unlocked it. How strange. That is very strange. Why has it not unlocked it? Maybe if I travel up there it might unlock it that way. I mean, that is closer to where it says Reykjavík, so... Yeah, I'm only doing this basically so I can...
Turn left. Get ready to turn left.
So I can pick up jobs from here.
Turn left.
It's still not saying I've unlocked
It's all
it,
over now.
which is quite weird. Never mind, might just be a little bug. Let's see what jobs are going from here anyway. Estonia. And that one will do. That's that is a decent travel. We're taking 18 tons of canned tuna. Make a couple of nice meals that. Right, where is it wanting me to pick up from? Okie dokie.
Ready to roll.
Right, okay. We shall set off in a minute. Just going to quickly check my phone. It's pinged just before I started the video. So just excuse me for a second. Real life problems, eh? trying to do a video and someone's ex here. Okay, who's text me? Should have plenty enough time left on the clock to get this delivered. I think what I'm going to do, once I've collected enough money, I'm going to buy my own trailer. Not sure what type yet. I'm not exactly sure which trailer earns you more money, or if they're basically all roughly the same. Which, if that's the case, I shall probably get a flatbed, so I can do a mixture of taking vehicles, plants, boxed materials, all that kind of thing. Anyway, checked whatever it was on my phone. Nothing important. So we shall set off, just lighten up. Let's put the radio on quietly. I don't want to get myself copyrighted for playing someone else's music. So we'll put that down to 1. We'll just wait for that to connect up. It's just for a bit of background noise. It does help. Again, I apologise for my noisy mechanical keyboard. Oh.
Turn left.
That way. Yep.
Get ready to turn left.
Okay.
Turn left.
Yeah, I think it was a good idea on my part to use my other account, not only because using my further progress account might have corrupted somehow via using pro mods. I don't know if that would actually happen, but I thought using this one as well, being at a lower level, it's kind of more of like a progression style of thing, so you can see me building up my level as you would if you'd only just started out in the game, just to add a bit more of a different aspect to it. I think what we'll do as well, when we've got round this corner, I'll turn the voice of the sat-nav down. It is
At the roundabout,
a little bit loud.
the first exit. Exit now.
Right, we'll pull in just here, I think. Ooh, that's a little bit bumpy. Hopefully I should be able to start off from there. Okay, options. Audio. Voice navigation volume, that's the one I want. We'll try it about... Yeah, we'll try it about there, see how that sounds. Hopefully that should be a little bit more bearable now. A bit. There we go. Ah, come on, don't. We are creeping forward, but it's at a ridiculously slow rate. Shouldn't really struggle that much, but it'll catch grip soon enough. Are we even moving at all now? Come on. That's it. Ah, there we go. There we go, not a problem. Oh, yeah, unlock the differentials. I mean, I don't think it actually does damage your truck, leaving it on, but I like to turn it off anyway, so... What time are we on? 6:56 AM. I think... main beam turn off time is roughly about, it's somewhere between 8 and 10 AM, I believe.
Keep right.
It's a bit strange just being this bit further along down one side of the map. I'm not sure if it's north, south, east or west. But it's a bit strange that the snow just seems to stop. Self-loss. Self-loss, okay. But yeah, we will probably... Yeah, I think we're going to pick up fuel from here. Oops. Is it me, or is that car multi-tones? Oops, hit the wrong key there. Okay.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
Okie dokie.
Exit now.
Yeah, I think that the voice sat-nav is at a much better volume now. Is that a speed bump, or...? No, it's just a separate crossing.
Go straight on. At the roundabout,
Okie dokie.
Exit now.
Not a problem. We've actually got some sheep there. It's nice to see, a nice little aesthetic touch. Yeah, maybe it's just up the one side of Iceland that's covered in snow. I wouldn't really be sure myself, so I've never been there, although I would love to visit Iceland. A beautiful place
Straight on.
from pictures I've seen of it.
At the roundabout. Take the second exit.
Came into that way too fast.
Exit now.
Oh well, it's better to slow down almost to a stop than a quiet damage. So... yes, not a problem. Yeah, I'd much rather slow down than get damage, even if that means slowing to a stop, especially using this account. Being a low level, not having as much money. Yeah, I'm hoping the radio channel I'm using, I'm hoping it's quiet enough that it doesn't pick it up, so only I can hear it. Yeah, you'll pretty much hear what it is, but hopefully it's quiet enough that I don't get copyrighted. It's just nice, as I said earlier, to have a little bit of background noise. Yes, I am. I think I'm not sure if I said in the last video. I'm hoping either for my birthday, which isn't far away now, or Christmas, that I can get enough money to get a steering wheel, pedals, and gear stick, just so it feels a bit more realistic. I think that would be quite nice. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't mind using the keyboard. This is basically what I've used since I've had a computer. I've never had a steering wheel for any console that I've had, be it PS1, although I'm not sure if they ever had steering wheels for that. The original Xbox, I'm pretty sure that did have a steering wheel. The Xbox, when I did buy it, when it was just come out, it was expensive, so I wasn't really willing to spend extra money on a steering wheel configuration for it. So I'm really hoping that I can find a decent steering wheel, pedals, and gear stick configuration. Ooh, we're losing quite a bit of speed up here. This is quite a fitting song for where we're driving. I believe it's Elevati. I could be wrong. You know, with them being based in Norway, or Old Viking lands as I prefer to call it, it's very fitting for where we are. Ooh. No idea there was a... I had no idea there was a speed bump there. But yeah, I'm very, very impressed with Pro Mods. Like I said in the last video, absolute kudos to you. You've done an amazing job. Everywhere is so visually pleasing. And even the small details as the signage, the flora as well. The clouds, I'm not sure if they've updated them for Pro Mods, but they do look better, so whether they've done something to that, I'm not 100%, but it does look really, really nice, I must admit. And you know, as well, driving through little areas like this where you've got a lake on either side, it's just so nice. Pardon me. I wonder if these, what we're driving past now, it's got that brown, greyish tint to it. I wonder if it's volcanic rock and sands. It's just got that sort of look to it. I'm pretty sure Iceland was born via volcano, technically. As technically so was everywhere else during the creation of the planet. All born from underwater volcanoes, slowly growing, and eventually getting high enough to create land. I believe that is what I'm looking at. Ooh, what's that in the distance? Is it a bird? I'm pretty sure it is. It's definitely not something on my screen. Nah, it can't have been a bird, it'd be much too big. Or is it a helicopter or something? Yeah, I think it's a helicopter. Yeah, it's very, very visually pleasing to the eye, going through the rocky outcrop, and then seeing slowly nature taking back over. I wonder what that was that I just went past. I'll have to have another look at that sometime. It looked like some sort of crashed aeroplane, if I'm honest. Oh, is that one of the old... Oh, it's a plane, okay. Must be one of the small airfields. That's very nice, that. little touches like that are so impressive, and you can probably, if I'm not mistaken, drive up to that as well, I would have thought. Ooh, there's a fellow trucker. Hey. It's always nice when they beat the horn back at you. I guess for some people maybe they don't have the maybe there was a horn update at some point, because sometimes with truckers that I've drove past, you can see the horn icon showing up above their vehicle, but you can't actually hear nothing. I'm not sure if that would be a glitch or something. I don't know what would cause that. Yeah, look at that sea. You know, just the glare off the waves as well. Things like that. It's just really, really nice to see. I know I'm breaking the speed limits on these roads, but if it was packed with traffic, I wouldn't do it as such. But being as there's nothing really around, I'm not really afraid to put my foot down. But I usually do always slow down if there is a trucker either coming to overtake or coming in the opposite direction. Yeah, it's just nice to be courteous, isn't it? We're getting very close to the mountains now. Yeah, I think this side must be the southern side of Iceland, and maybe that's why it hasn't got the ice and the snow like the northern side would. I'm not sure if I've got those compass directions the right way round, because as I said, I've never been to Iceland. But I believe either which side is north or south, that is probably the reason. Oh, we have a bit of a traffic build up here. Oh, look at that. The ice flow coming down. Oh, what is going on here? We had a... What is going on? I think we've had a possible crash. I think that's sorted itself out. Oops. Yeah, we won't take over trucks unless they're going too slow. I do like to, you know, leave a good couple of tens of meters between me and another truck. Basically because if they lag out, you have a tendency to crash into the back of them even though they technically weren't there, if that makes sense. I've seen that happen a lot. It's happened to me and a lot of other truckers. And it seems everyone is not sticking to the road speed limits, so we should be pretty safe. got someone else coming out.
Get ready to turn left.
Where's he going?
Turn left.
Looks like we've got about 4, maybe 5 trucks ahead of us. Oh. Looks like he might have caught the side of the gutter on the side of the road there. Either that or he might have just even been pulled in. That's better. And it's nice to have trucks in front of you though, and yeah, it gives it that much more realistic feeling rather than driving on empty roads for hours on end. Got to keep an eye out for trucks coming from the other way as well. Not trying to encroach too much onto this side of the road. Ooh, that was very close. Flughund. Possible German. Germany, I'm guessing. Just over halfway finished now. 2 hours 48 left on the journey. Another thing a little bit faster on that. Anyway, as I say, another thing I would like to see. Oh, okay. Whoops. I wasn't expecting this sort of road to be that slippy, but then again it is loose gravel, so that does make sense. That's anyway, as I was saying, I would like to see as a little change on this. Yeah, it's another change I'd like to see on this. Rather than it saying 2 hours 28 as it does now, I'd much prefer if it said actual lost my train of thought. Yeah, while it says at the moment 2 hours 28, which is in-game travel time, I'd much prefer it if it actually had, you know, actual travel time, if that makes sense. So say each hour in-game was about 10 to 15 minutes, and you'd work it out that way rather than how they've done it. Someone likes the letter K by the looks of it. Are we going on to another loose gravel road? Yeah, slow down a little bit again. Yes, we are. Oh, no. No, we're not. Never mind. Yeah, I'd like that change on the actual times. It'd just be a lot easier, so you'd actually know how long you're travelling for. And it shouldn't really be that hard to do, as long as you can work out how long each hour is in game, which I think is roughly between 10-15, maybe 20 minutes per in-game hour. So at least you know how long you're travelling for. Entering our first tunnel. We're starting to get lower ground snow capped now, so that might mean we're heading back into either the southern or the northern side, whichever one it is that has the snow itself. Oh, the other trucks that were in front of me have long gone. Ah, look at that. Yeah, I think the snowy side probably is the more northern hemisphere, if I'm honest. But yeah, going back to what I was saying before, with the horn thing, as you've seen, that person back there didn't beat back. Either that was just because they didn't want to, or for them the sound of my horn isn't actually working for some strange reason, which I can't figure out. Is this? Yes, this is an icy road. I'm not really bothered if I'm slowing down the driver behind me now, because I'm trying to not damage my truck or trailer and cargo too much. Oh, look at that mountain shimmer in the water. That is very, very nice. Ooh. Lag. Saying that though, we didn't crash, even though it was lagging quite a bit. Stick to 44 miles an hour, I think. Seems to be a nice, decent pace on the icy road. Now, looking at the name of the place that's coming up, yeah, I thought it was a D, yeah. I'll try to pronounce it. I mean, it'll probably be wrong, but it's quite fun trying to pronounce different languages or places of names. Trying to avoid that.
Get ready to turn right.
Okie dokie, turning right.
Turn right.
I'm going to be turning,
Turn left.
yeah, left.
Turn left. Get ready to turn left.
Okie dokie.
Turn left. You have arrived at your destination.
1% on the trailer, that's...
Now finish.
Yeah, that's okay. That was my fault for not realising how slippy the that loose gravel road was. There we go. Almost in. It's always nice as well, I think, with trucks that actually wait for you to reverse into your spot. I've had quite a few times where trucks have actually deliberately blocked your path so you can't see where you're reversing, and even though it's oh, there we go, level 20, even though it is a non-collision zone and you can't physically damage yourself on them or them on you, it is quite annoying when that happens. Okay, let's Talkative Liar. Interesting name, if I do say so myself. Let's just have a quick look on the map again, see if there's a parking spot somewhere. Frozen again. Come on. Don't tell me it's going to crash. Oh, there we go. I know we can't buy it yet, but we'll go and park in here anyway. Just so we're not in the way of anyone who wants to pull in. Oops, going the wrong way there. think they're meant to be on this side of the road.
Turn left. Get ready. Turn left.
Reyðarfjörður.
Turn left.
That's what I'm gonna guess that's.
It's a nice ride.
That's what I'm gonna guess it's pronounced as. And we will park up along the fence here. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the second video of Euro Truck multiplayer in Iceland. I won't be staying in Iceland forever. Just trying to get as much of it unlocked as possible. Because I do like Iceland, how it's structured out. Although I do think, if I'm thinking correctly in geographical terms, parts of Russia should be snow covered as well, but I could be wrong. I also think Longyearbyen, if that's how you pronounce that place, I also believe that is also snow covered, but maybe not as much. I can't exactly remember 100%, but never mind. But yeah, there's a lot more to see in with Pro Mods. To be honest, there's one hell of a lot more. France. There's a lot more places in France. Orleans being one. Roscoff, if I remember correctly. Clermont-Ferrand, I believe, is another one. And I think all these down here, although I'm not sure if that's part of France and it's maybe the start of Spain. I could be wrong. I can't exactly remember where things are positioned, but I believe probably the next parts to be added in is here, wherever these parts of the world are. These three. That to me would make more sense, doing them bits first, because they're small. You can concentrate a lot of your force into that area, and then, you know, doing it country by country. Obviously Russia is an absolute massive place, and it's going to take a long time to fill all of that in, but yeah, once it's done, I think it's going to be very, very impressive. That's anyway, hope you enjoyed that video, and I shall see you in the next one. And bye for now.